Hey everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another review of The Flash. This time it's Attack on Central City.
Yep.
More Grods this time. More
Yeah,
Grods.
lots and lots of grods.
They're all called Grod. Your name is whoever you obey, and those gorillas will obey anyone.
No. We just got all the grod doppelgangers from all over the multiverse.
That would have been a more interesting plot.
Well, it seems like there is no Earth 2 grod at least, because we haven't seen one.
Well, maybe there is and he has a different name. I mean, where did
Harry would have mentioned it if he created a grod.
Well, I mean, his doppelganger might exist. The physical gorilla might exist.
Okay, yes, a gorilla owned by some other human with some other name with no powers will exist.
Where did all these other gorillas get their names? Or their psychic abilities, for that matter?
I don't
Do
know.
all the other gorillas have psychic abilities, or just Solivar?
Maybe Solivar's like the other Grodd. He got psychic abilities.
But he's white. He's furries, anyway. Anyway,
But still, he was the gorilla chosen for a similar experiment.
maybe, who knows? We'll never know. There's no explanation where any of this
I don't
comes
know.
from.
I mean, they didn't give us any indication that any of the other gorillas were psychic. I think it's just Solivar.
I think it is too, but they're still more smart. They're still smarter than the average gorilla, maybe.
Maybe. They just follow whoever's in charge. Despite two of them
To be-
being psychic, they still live under the philosophy of kill or be killed, whoever's the strongest wins.
True, so maybe they are regular gorillas who just obey these psychic gorillas putting thoughts in their heads.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, whichever one is strongest.
I mean,
gets to
gorillas
be in
are still
charge.
kind of smart. Anyway, getting on to the plot at hand,
Oh, yeah, Coco is very smart. She met Robin Williams and freaked out.
Coco the gorilla, yes.
Yeah, she speaks sign language really well. She spoke to Robin Williams. I saw a video, and she was like, "Oh my god, I saw you on the TV."
Wonderful. Anyway, it's Valentine's Day once again, which means we get random scenes with HR meeting Harry, which is random and stuff.
Yeah,
We also get a plot with Harry and Jesse and all that, because Jesse's still here and Harry's still here. But Jesse is sticking around, Harry is not. Harry's
Yeah.
gone back home. He's not dead, don't worry. But Jesse's going to stick around for a while.
yeah. I do like they made the effort to have a few interactions between Harry and HR.
Yeah.
Despite how difficult it probably would be. Most of the time when they're in the same room, it's like the camera's only on one of them, or like one of them might be a shoulder of a body double. But there were a few shots where they were both in shot and it would be difficult. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So we got the Wally stuff, which was, it was alright plot. It was your standard plot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, the gorilla stuff was exciting. I did like, it was a small fight, but I did really like the Garrod and Solivar fight. That was great.
Yeah. The only nitpick I have is if their psychic abilities were strong enough to just force Gypsy as a puppet to let them go, then last episode, why didn't they just force Cisco to breach them there?
Because Barry would have been there to stop them. Why they got Barry? Because he needed Barry to kill Solivar, and then he needed Cisco, and he was dumb enough to have them both in the same room. Because if he had tried to control Cisco, maybe Barry could have tried to stop him. Especially since Barry isn't as good. I mean, especially since Cisco's not as good as Gypsy, he would have been easier to stop.
Yeah, but he had Barry in a cage where he didn't have his speed. At that point, he can't stop him. He could have just took Cisco and breached him away.
Look, I don't know. The gorillas are not that smart.
They're telepathic, so they're
Telepathic doesn't mean smart.
Yeah, but he is kind of super intelligent.
Yeah, but then you could still be an idiot. Whatever.
Sure.
Gypsy's in this episode. She doesn't want to help. Then she helps. It's your standard, please help us. I won't. Okay, I will. That's about it.
Yeah. I mean,
We do
she
get...
clearly loves him now.
Whatever, yeah, we get all the standard Cisco shipping, whatever. I mean, I don't mind it.
Who wouldn't love that squishy face?
Anyway,
You
but
gotta
yeah.
put the squishy face picture.
No. I don't even know what that refers to.
The squishy face!
Anyway, with Gypsy here, we get, for some reason, a super quick random cameo by the Accelerated Man. Never to be seen again.
Oh.
Don't know why. It was just a cool thing to put in the episode, but who cares? Get the comic fans excited. It was probably in the trailers just to confuse everyone. Whatever. We had 3 speedsters who barely did anything. We got the standard Barry tries to put 1,000 numbers into a machine once again. Here's an interesting idea if he couldn't stop it. He could... What if the nuclear missiles don't explode upon contact? What if Barry just, the instant they come out, he grabs all of them and runs them into the ocean?
That could work.
There you go. But this episode does point out something that we could have pointed out way back in season 4 of Arrow. Cisco reminds us it's impossible to hack nuclear technology in real life because all nuclear bases are analog to keep them from being hacked. So how did Damien Dark hack all these nuclear bunkers?
With, what's it called? That thing.
But that doesn't... I don't care if you've got some magic hacking device, you can't hack it.
That's true.
Whatever. Make up your mind. But here's the thing, though. I could have forgiven season 4 if Cisco didn't mention this. Because if Cisco didn't mention it, then
You could assume we're living in a world where it is digital.
Exactly, but now Cisco's claimed that it's analog like real life, so now you're like, well, which is it?
Yeah.
Either Cisco's wrong or not. Well, okay, maybe there's a difference between nuclear bombs and small nuclear missiles. I don't know. But either way...
At this point, you're just making excuses for them.
Exactly. Whatever, we have the Grodd fight. They stop Grodd. He's going to be put with Argus, so whatever. We'll see Grodd again one day. You know we will.
Yeah.
And then you've got the ending of Barry proposing to Iris for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Which he claims he's not trying to stop the future, but we'll have to see about that.
Yeah, we'll see. He's got a reason.
All we've been focused on is stopping the future, which, again, how does stopping gorillas stop Savitar?
I know. Like, there was a bit where Iris was like, do you want to look in the future again and see if anything's changed? And he's like, nah, I don't feel like it.
Why would anyone?
And I'm just thinking, yeah, if you look, all you'll see is the news saying something different.
And actually, the only thing we've changed is still that first thing about Kid Flash stopping the guy.
Yeah.
Because the gorilla's still attacked, the pizza shop still went out of business, and whatever else happened. And then, of course, you've got the Savitar cliffhanger with Wally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, first it's just a casual scene with Wally and Jesse, and then he goes running off to find Big Belly Burger, and then suddenly Savitar.
Yep. Well, we'll worry about that next time. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I enjoyed this episode more than the previous one. There was no Julian in this episode. I think I enjoyed this one a bit more.
He's away in London.
The gorilla, both the Grodd versus Solivar fight and the Solivar versus Barry fights were both good fights. But I think this one was slightly better because the side plots were slightly better with Jesse and Harry and HR and all that. So
I think I'll go 8.
I'll go an 8 as well. It was a pretty good one, slightly better than last time anyway.
Yep.
What is the next episode called?
The Wrath of Savitar.
I think we're starting to get into some of the interesting parts of the season, if I can remember.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of good stuff coming up. Actually, I know what we're very close to, too.
Okay.
Yeah. But, anyway, we'll see you next time for more Flash and other things as well. See you next time, guys.